Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, September 2nd, 2020, sliding into a 3-day weekend a couple of days from now, and it should be a good one the way things are trading right now. I try never to be a cheerleader and just talk about what's going on because you don't want to have the emotional impact of trading. Everything we do should just be based on what is the feedback we're getting from the markets and how do we react to that? How do we read the tape? Today, we're opening significantly higher again today because of comments about another stimulus package being highly suggested, was what I read. Yeah, why not, right? At this point, we already spent $2 trillion. Let's put another $1.5 trillion on top of the market at all-time highs. I guess that we're seeing now a separation between what the stock market's doing and what they're perceiving the economy is doing. I personally don't understand why we need another 1.5 trillion, but why not? We're long. Let's see another move to the upside. We have a big list of stocks to trade today. I'm going to start out talking about Peloton because Peloton is one of the stocks that has been punching through to all-time highs, and I really want to walk this through as a trade as well as a trade management comment. If you find these videos helpful, definitely click down and subscribe. And especially if you want to trade with me live in my community, we just have an amazing group of people working together. Click down and learn about the boot camp and see how other people are doing. I'd love to see you on the other side. We're going to talk about Peloton, and we're going to talk about it in a sense that it's now reached a level further than what it normally does. So I want to separate investment from swing trading here. If you're a swing trader in a stock that normally has a big move of roughly $10, and now it's gone 15, 20, 50% past what it normally does, and it's actually opening higher today. Today would be a day where we'd be looking to book profits as a swing trader into this move. So that doesn't mean you get out on the open, but what it does is you have to recognize the most recent price action, recognize what the stock normally does, recognize the euphoric feeling in the stock at all-time highs, and move your trailing stop loss higher. Again, we're talking about a swing trade. We're not talking about investing in the stock, and I'm certainly not talking about cutting your profit short. I'm talking about letting it breathe, but having a trailing stop in case, which is likely, profit taking comes into this stock today. So earnings today, we have GSX and everybody's favorite, Macy's, everybody's favorite if you're over 50, I guess. We also have Rocket after the close today. And we're actually going to talk about Rocket from a trading opportunity today, as well as work. And CRWD actually has earnings as well. So monster run up in CRWD prior to earnings after the market today. So we're going to start out with Workhorse. We actually called this out. We've actually had this in our community as an alert to watch for a while, and we haven't been on top of this stock because, quite frankly, there's nothing to do. Since beginning of July, the stock really hasn't participated in the move with the market. We had our alert set for $19, and yesterday the alert finally triggered, and here we are. Here we are now. We actually have news on the stock. It's opening higher. The alert triggered our first entry into the trade, and again, we got in a little early compared to today's video, and that's a big benefit of being in the community with us. And now it's just a question of how and when do we add to the position the stop loss would be. I don't want it to trade back into the range that's very obvious right now where it was holding. Big question I get is why am I not drawing my resistance line up here? And this is really the difference between tape reading and being a chart reader. Tape readers will look at this and say, what is the real price? What's the price that this stock is struggling at? And you can see it's here. It's not all the way up here. It got up here once and immediately got slapped back down. And you can see it failed, got through it and failed, got through it and failed, and now we're off to the races, hopefully with a $1 risk from our entry, looking to add new trades on top of that. Zoom, obviously the trade of the day yesterday. We said that, and it was very clear in our analysis yesterday, especially if you're a day trader, as long as this stock is above the opening price, those are the trades that you should be looking for. And whether this stock is too expensive for you or not, there were opportunities in the stock for everybody, even if you just traded it with options. Options are probably a little bit expensive yesterday, but there was opportunity. And if this stock was too expensive, well, we have this stock, which is in our watch list all day, every day, has not been in play for a couple of weeks. And you can see why. We had a lot of indecision for a couple of weeks when it punched up into all-time highs and actually had bad news here. It looked like it was going to get crushed on an analyst price target being lowered. And of course, yesterday, as with everything in the stock market today, selling it to the close really doesn't matter these days. We have a rally, and the stock just exploded yesterday, closed strong, and never sold off at all in the afternoon. So $50 stock that, if your account is not very big, this is definitely one that I would consider to add to your watch list to be paying attention to. So it's going to open at or near all-time highs today. We'll see how it trades today as well. Target is one. Look, the stock has bored the living daylights out of everybody since earnings. I will tell you, we were trading it here when it had earnings, and it was just vicious buying that day. This is nothing more than consolidating this move. So if you look on the weekly chart, you can see this is actually what it looks like. It looks like a great move to the upside, and now it's pausing, giving us an opportunity to look for a spot to get long. Keep this stock on your watch list. CRM, very similar. We actually punched through to all-time high. Excuse me, CRM. CRM had earnings, and you can see this is why you pay attention and let the market give you feedback. You're not top picking the stock. You're not saying profit take is coming in. This is why you trail your stop when your stocks get up to these levels. And yesterday was another phenomenal day in CRM as well from price action perspective. Home has been called out in the community over the last week and a half. We finally had some good signals. And it was discussed in the boot camp yesterday. I apologize. I don't remember who called it out, but really, really good job calling this out. It might have been John Shedd, if I'm not mistaken. Home builders, not the same thing. Lennar, Pulte Home, and Toll Brothers, all perfect pullbacks, testing previous day's lows, looking to initiate a new swing trade. Now we're looking for these stocks to retest those highs as our first profit target. DocuSign. Gosh, DocuSign earnings tomorrow just exploded now. 3 days yesterday and today. Right now it's up another 4%, $11, trading at $2.80, heading into earnings for tomorrow, which is just really amazing. Walmart getting a lot of questions on actually right now. Look, Walmart, and I dare say this, it's something I never thought I'd be saying, and I think I mentioned it a little bit yesterday. Walmart's a news momentum stock right now. There's a lot on the plate with Walmart Plus. They're going after Amazon. And as I said yesterday, this could be a really solid investment too as well. Do your own due diligence, but if they're going to go after anybody who has the logistics to take on Amazon, this company with 50 years, actually 60 years of history at this point, this is the company that is probably best positioned to do it. Shop has been out of our list for a while. And lo and behold, we're actually punching through to, let's take a look, all-time highs. So how do you not love this stock where finally it gets out of this 2-month trading range when the rest of the market was just exploding, and now it's punching through to new all-time highs. Absolutely have the same criteria we discussed yesterday in Zoom for day trading and swing trading. Might be a little bit late to initiate a new swing trade. I'd probably be looking for a little bit of a pause like this before I initiate a new swing trade, but absolutely looking to day trade the stock today. JD is another one. Just amazing price action. Where it had a really nice push, gave 4 days of, okay, let's catch our breath. Yesterday started again, so another one we're looking for a swing trade here as well. My gosh, we're just rattling off the list. The market is just giving us some really good opportunities. Square also punching through to all-time highs. Ironically, yesterday we had commented that the money kind of shifted out of Square at PayPal, went into Visa and MasterCard for about 2 weeks. We called for profit taking in MasterCard and Visa. So far, we're on the money on that one. And the money went right back into PayPal and Square. So really, really important when you're on top of your stocks to be aware of sector rotation. And it's just blinding right now how fast it's happening from one day to the next. But if you do a good job of game planning, if you do a good job of noticing the footprints of what's going on with the smart money, it's actually pretty easy to be in the right stocks. The last step is actually getting to the point where you are now trading and making money in those stocks. Finding stocks and making money is not the same thing. We talk about it all the time. Between entry and exit, that's where the money's made. So we're going to finish up with Rocket. Rocket has earnings after the close today. We also have analyst coverage on the stock now for the first time. So pretty interesting. Definitely something I'm going to be watching today. Maybe even for a little bit longer term position play, as well as work we are taking a look at today, which is another one that it was called out by Wanda yesterday in our community, and we actually love the idea. Here into this, we said, I expect the stock to hit this level and pause above this level, though. I like it a lot. And if you don't know, Slack is used by most businesses these days are one of the top 2 or 3 technologies used by most businesses that's replacing email conversations. I use Slack all day. I almost know everybody in business right now, especially with the pandemic, who's using it. So again, do your own due diligence, but this is one of those companies as well that has a good long-term play, because I think the world has changed now. I think we're going to be, even if when we go back to normal, I think Slack is going to be a part of everyday business life, very similar to Zoom. So I want to compare those two. Not the same thing, but very similar in how it's being deployed and taken advantage of in this massively changed world that we've had now over the last 6 months. So plenty of opportunities today. The only downside to today is if you're not already long, you're really going to have to work those entries today, because it looks like the futures are up quite a bit already this morning too. So a lot of opportunity today. Dig in. We have a good list of stocks today, and have a great day. If you have any comments, definitely click down and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.